Hey man, I need y'all to check this out, man. Lil Tim, the Savannah, Georgia native and Kwondo Rondo's right-hand man, has been doing a series of interviews on VladTV, and in the latest clip, Lil Tim is breaking down the infamous night when he clocked King Von out of work. He saved the last dance for that man. He walked the green mile. He freed the streets from the devil. Okay. My bad, I get a little worked up. Y'all know how I go. Now, for those who don't know, King Von was no regular dude. He was a Chicago drill serial killing devil and a part-time rapper with a reputation and a history. Some would even call him a demon in the streets because he was known to be a relentless figure feared by many. Literally, when he used to get out of jail, the ops would stay in the house. Those are their words, not mine. So Vlad gets into it with Lil Tim, who explains what went down that night. He surprisingly is respectful in his tone though. And that's one of the things that catch you off guard. Maybe it's those southern roots. You know, southern folks can be polite, but they don't play. You see, Tim's got that in him. He's giving the version straight without glorifying or bragging, just the facts as he saw them. And here's the crazy part. Tim says he didn't even know it was King Von who he shot. All he saw was someone attacking Kwondo and instincts took over. I mean, at one point Vlad asked him, when you saw Kwondo getting attacked, what did you think? And he said, shit, shoot. He pulled the trigger to protect his friend. He fired all 5 shots until the gun jammed. In that moment, Lil Tim was in serious danger himself. He ended up getting shot in his hip and his black ass. No, seriously, he got popped in the rump. He's trying to get Kwondo out of there. And as chaotic as it got, it's almost like someone was watching over him. Because in the crowd, bullets were flying from every angle. 2 of Von's guys, Slutty and Louie, were right there in the mix, armed and ready to end Tim's life. They were standing over him with guns, ready to finish the job. But the guns jammed. Fate, right? Some would say God had different plans for that night. You see, Slutty would get killed by the cops, and Louie would get popped in the head, leading to a month-long coma and a deformed head. Not to be disrespectful, but half of his head looks like melted ice cream sliding off the cone. He literally has a boneless head with a number 6 with fries at this moment. Mind you, this is how dangerous he is. Louis just got locked up for a different murder he committed in Atlanta this week. So after all this mayhem, Tim manages to get up. He gets Kwondo into a truck and they head to the hospital. Only the next day did he fully understand the scope, the lives lost, the serious injuries. And when Vlad asked him what he thought when he found out he killed King Von, Tim's response is cold. He just said, if he didn't do that stupid shit, he'd still be alive, cuz. And I can't lie, that's some truth to that shit. You see, in the streets, there are unwritten rules. Penitentiary rules are in effect. If you're about that life, respect is key. But Von, a man of no respect, with his street history and that demon image, was someone who didn't back down. He went hard. And that night, his body stiffened up just as hard. You see, people say that he was using Kwondo as a way to send a message, but that's the thing. When you play with fire, sometimes it burns you. And that message got back with no receiver, my boy. You see, Von's beef wasn't even with Kwondo directly, it was with NBA Youngboy. But instead of handling things different, he went after Kwondo in public, and it ended with groups of serial killer blood left in the streets of Atlanta. And here's where it gets real. Von was no stranger to violence. He had a history, a reputation that made people fear him. But like they say, you can't be undefeated in the streets forever. He had a good record though. But the thing is, you can only lose once when it comes to life. Sooner or later, the streets catch up to you, and Lil Tim hawked him down like DK Metcalf. Now, people look at Lil Tim and label him as a thug, a villain, or whatever for what he did. But let's think about it for a second. Tim did what any real friend or family member would have done. If you see someone coming after your cousin or a friend like that, with a crowd backing them, some even armed, what would you do? You protect them, period. And in Tim's mind, that's exactly what he did. That's why the charges got dropped. The court recognized it as self-defense. It's ironic though, right? Von was surrounded by 40 people that night at least. And yet him and his partners was the one who didn't make it home. Tim was with 2 others, Kwondo and another friend, and they all survived. It's like the universe was sending a message. Almost like Allah told him, this is your chance. You see, when you look at King Von's legacy, it's complex. He was respected for his music and feared for his action. But at some point, even the hardest people can overstay their welcome in life. Von lived fast, and he died the same way. It's like a closing scene in Menace to Society. Sometimes the path you choose catches up to you, no matter how far you want to run, and when you realize that you actually want to change your life. Von went out the same way he might have wanted, fighting until the end. But a reminder, when you live by that street code, it doesn't promise you a long life. It just promises you a ride with a destination that's usually south of the earth and written in blood. So let me know what y'all think, man. Was it fate? Was it just another sad chapter in the streets? Drop a demon emoji in the comments if you think that King Von got what he signed up for. And hey, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We out, baby. Stay safe out here, y'all. Safer than King Von.